Again, thank you so much for helping us shape this lineup. I also don't know why I feel very compelled to say that your Instagram account is nice. I look forward to your posts. Yeah, I'm fangirling right now. This is not something I'm familiar with. But let me tell you a little bit about Maryan. She is a poetry fellow at the Michener Center for Writers and serves as the marketing director for Bat City Review. Maryan is the author of Copy Body from Empty Set Press and an alumna of the 2017 Disquiet International Literary Program. Her work has appeared in or is forthcoming in the Egyptian Writers Folio from Anomaly Press, Foundry, ProLit, AJAR, Apiary Magazine, Review, Boneless, Skinless, Sundog Lit, and elsewhere. Her favorite flavor of ice cream is moose tracks. Please welcome to the stage, Maryan.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks to all of you guys for coming and all my friends who participated. I feel really lucky to know so many powerful writers and women. So I have like a menagerie of poems. So I'm going to start with a meditation called Bloom of Logs. I do not think about what home is, self-possession or cold courage. I do not have kids or husbands. It's just me. We round the bend. The squirrels creak a rhythm for the forest. First a sandpiper, then a loon. Kyle tells me the trees rub in commotion. Joey mans the stern. It has been stated too loosely that a person should wait to digest the cedar before going into water. But the nerves remain capsized in the bog. The lens cap sinks to the bottom. The fly, now a part of him. Phantom canoes, they recede into the brush. I rinse my fingers of the city and adopt a rock for a pillow and roots for a bed, but I do not rest there. This is a breakup poem. The only breakup poem I've ever really written, and it's called Earworm. I do not bake the hand that feeds me. It is shaped like my mother's and armed with her rings. I left the window open. I left the stove on. I left the fumes for you to breathe in, to remember to take care of the things I neglect. You will know me better than every neighbor I've ever had. You will know my freckle count, the burning in my skin. Keep tabs on the strands that clog the sink and sink your prints into my limbs. I stopped once to catch my breath, the blue hornet nest a rhythmic in my chest. You stopped twice to secure my certainty, guided my shoulders, then gave way to a mild confusion. Favor. Hand over hand, over hand, over hand, we ward off lung loss. Chase demons the shade of ivy, then sit fidget in your broke down car. An inevitability with the worst timing. Inevitability has the worst timing. I left the water dripping. I left my shoes in the sink. I left the lilt of my voice outside in the leaves. Oh, my beloved, my earworm, my magic spark, for as handsome as you are and as sweet as this song, I can swim circles around the score. Tread water with lead feet. You murmur words off book. Chase highways to connect my tummy to my back. I left the garden untended, The weeds grew over and over and over and over, staining green with yellow, undone and wild. I left the gray in my hair. I left my scarf in an airport we will never go again. But this haircut sticks to my cheeks. I lie about the stove. I lie about my voice. I lie about sitting outside. I let you believe that I am not wearing makeup, that these circles are not a mishmash of too many nightmares, of anxiety over doing the wrong thing. I lie about my shoes. I lie about my posture. I lie about cleaning my room. And this relationship, it puddles into dialogue. We riff on astronomy and you mock my showmanship. I swear by your stories and you grasp at the passenger seat. It's been a while since I broke up with someone. So that piece is like weirdly archaic because I wrote it like 5 years ago. But I really like it because it's fierce. This is called The Lake at Pinchot Park. Grill, a gazebo, rusted as though it were held underwater. The lake gets flushed and replaced each year. The lake kids swear that it's true each year. There are dogs here, all sizes, their lost fur caught under the eyelids of your mama as she dives headfirst into a calm, tideless sea, and the shore attracts fish to a garden of body parts. Toenails torn off mid-wade, clumps of hair, yours and mine, a finger or 5 they nip. When you're poor like this, the lake becomes an ocean you call the specific, and you lay in the doggy grass, pretend that it's sand, pretend that your rain umbrella is a beach umbrella, and squint to imagine the shapes of bobbing mamas as desert hoodoos emerging from ancient seas, and the lake peers out at you. Every day, more and more people are younger than you. Fill a clear bottle, but don't shake it. Examine its contents, every mysterious bit. Will Pinchot Lake reveal where you'll go when you're 30 and exhausted by the city? It does. I read a little one. It's called On Property. An Arecibo, someone's cat, small, a stray, maybe gnaws on the scaled tail of a roadkill iguana. Invasive intruder, a lizard too. In Cabo Rojo, someone's cow, a neighbor's maybe, wanders into the outdoor kitchen of an expat's backyard. She overrides the system of property, of privacy. She goes where there's shade, that's it. Every day a mosquito flies into her ear and stays there. It buzzes and buzzes, then dies there. Last night I dreamt of a deaf woman and a blind dog. In the dream, the dog, a chihuahua maybe, warned the woman of a man she could not hear invading. The dog barked hysterical. The woman's eyes grew shut. All right, I have 2 fun ones. Hopefully they're fun. I don't know, sometimes I wonder if my idea of fun is actually come on. This is a poem for my sister. It's called Sister Poem. Yeah, weird. Georgina calls me Cat, hugs the knitting needles to her chest, studies the pattern that she clicks into the blanket, so subtle in its hypnosis. She shifts in her seat, I shift in my seat, left hand to cheek, left hand to cheek. We mirror, we mimic. When Georgina belches, Mom and Dad calls her ba'ara, the Arabic word for cow, and she laughs every time, and I laugh every time. Georgina tells me kites don't inspire her, agrees she's a savior, says she wants to push the boulder. Biking is the closest thing you get to flying, she says, because you pedal, 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 and then you soar, and suddenly the plans don't look familiar anymore. Yes, but it's a girl being chased by a bee. Yes, but tutting. Yes, but that's definitely a green screen. Yes, but you have unsuspected depth. Yes, but hiccup. Yes, but his cane is made to resemble his subordinates. Yes, and you lost your poetry a long time ago, so you filled it up with swear words. We walk the periphery of Mueller Lake, rename the trees, watch a dog be a dog. I point to a goose, she points to a dove. I point to a grackle, she points to a duck. Then I point out the shadows and she humors me. We sit crisscross and pretend to meditate. So I ask her what she dreams, and she tells me it's the recurring kind. And in it, there's a wad of gum lodged in her throat. And she reaches in, past her teeth. She pulls and pulls and pulls, and it stretches, but it's endless. She wakes up gagging. Every time. Then she clutched her throat, and I clutch my throat. This is not a fun poem. It's about nannying. Has anybody here ever nannied? Or babysat other people's kids? This one goes out to you. Okay, it's called To Nanny. I held Bonnie every day for 6 months. The chemical bond undeniable, the weight of it all, cutting teeth, a false tongue tie, the growth we each endured. There was a pool slide and I went down it. Bonnie on my lap. We hit the water hard, and when we surfaced, she was stunned, not breathing, but no one was concerned because no one was there except Bonnie, a stone cherub. Baby girl, I hit her hard on the back, and when she came to, cough, cough, I cheered, sobbing. All a dream. I know. And yet, when nannying, there's a low-hum fear that a wound will appear for fresh baby sutures when no one is looking, because no one was looking, and that no one is you, and I dropped Felix in Clark Park, well, tripped while holding him and stood up bloody with a wailing siren in my arms. People saw a mother. I wept, and he recovered. Accidents are so full of shame. The truth is they're fragile, other people's children. Everything overwhelms them. First-timers to a gentle bump, too cold water, the scrape of a hangnail you didn't know you had. To repair a crying newborn, you must mimic the transcendent sway. Shush in the right frequency, take notes on their mama. Ezra cried for 45 minutes the first night I nannied. The TV buzzed a vibration neither of us could manage. The dog whined. Thank you.